What is up, you guys? We are here today for a little message about a period of time that follows Passover. It is called the Omer. This is when we count 7 weeks starting after the Shabbat of Pesach. So this starts the second night of Passover. Passover lasts 8 days. So for the next 49 days, the Omer started Sunday, April 13th, and it is going through Sunday, June 1st. And so during these 7 weeks, we will be challenged in particular ways that will trigger our ego. Forgive me, I have a migraine, so I'm like partially blind right now, and I'm neurologically interrupted, so I might sound confusing. So basically what the Omer is, what happens is that during Passover, there is an opening in the cosmic windows that allows us to connect to a particularly powerful and miraculous light of the Creator. This is true for all of the high holy holidays. We are exposed to an opening in the cosmic gates and windows that allow us to connect to a quality of the light of God that is not available to us all year around. It'd be too strong, too powerful. It's like pushing more wattage through a circuit than the circuit can handle. And so what happens is, when we draw down this light from the Creator, we have to go through a process of earning this light, or else we'll be sort of tripping our breakers, so to speak. And so the way that we do that in our life is through proactive change, when we sacrifice our ego, when we navigate challenges and we transcend and rise above them and awaken a higher level of consciousness. Sometimes when we go through pain or illness or things that we don't understand, times of uncertainty, those things elevate our vessel as well, if we allow them to. And so in Leviticus, it said that the after Shabbat, following Passover, when we move into our new land, we are to bring a grain sacrifice. And so basically when we translate that into how we relate to it in our waking life, our sacrifice is of our own self. We sacrifice our ego. So watch for the ways that your ego, your lower self, is triggered over the next 40 days and try to rise above that. This is the first week, which corresponds with Chesed, which is the dimension corresponding to the soul that has to do with kindness, sharing, mercy, compassion, understanding. So our selfishness will be triggered this week. I'm sure you might have already felt a little bit irritable at times and a little bit like, why am I doing this for you? What am I getting out of it, kind of thing. And so we are challenged to transcend beyond wanting to receive for the self alone and instead become better vessels of receiving for the sake of others, right? It's like when we do our spiritual healing, at first we start connecting with that because we think, oh, this is going to make my life easier or better for me. It's going to make my life more fulfilling. But once we get into the process of the growth, we realize that we want to be people who make the world a better place, and we don't want to add more negativity or more harm or pain or suffering in the world. We want to become wiser and more compassionate and more understanding, not just for ourselves, but for the sake of others and for mankind and for the collective. All right, y'all. Peace.